you need to take those younger years fresh out the house to go fail. You need to take those younger years to go fail, so that way you find out what works. So you find out like how to use your strengths and your abilities that's actually going to cater to you, so you can build a foundation and actually move forward. Because if you're sitting at the house and you're 18, but like you're probably on the game, you're probably catting off, you're probably still cutting school, you're probably still waiting for mom to make a meal. You're probably still eating last night's rice. You probably still, you don't even know how to cook rice in the rice cooker, but like on some real stuff. Like I had some of my younger cousins who were like D1 athlete, college football players, at my house and stuff, chilling and everything. And I'm all like, "Hey, Neff, blood, go put the rice on while I start the fire." Oh, I don't know how to do that. I was like, "Nigga, hold the fuck up, bro. Hey, fucking rice, water, bro. What are you doing, blood? Nobody taught you this shit, bro. Like this is supposed to be third grade.
Make sure you put the finger on top of the water,
Yeah, exactly. Come on, bud. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, I got my 8-year-old knows how to make rice.
Yeah.
I'm like, so just some of the steps that are lacking, it's learning how to fail and learning how to bounce back. And you got to take those younger years to really hone that shit down. So that way you don't make those same mistakes when you're older, because once you're older, you're in your 30s, you don't have that time to make those type of mistakes to find out what's failing.
And when you have a family, you can't afford to make those type of mistakes.
Exactly.
If people are depending on you to put food on the table and pay for the rent, you can't afford to mess up.
Hell no, you can't.
That's why you got to be able to mess up and learn on your own. So that way you don't have to go through the same mistakes, because when people, it's different when people don't depend on you. If you mess up, it's on you.
Yeah,
the only people that suffer is you. But if you have a whole family and a wife at home and you suffer and you mess up, they're gonna deal with the consequences from your actions. Yeah. So, all right, man. I'll pass it to you, T. What do you think, T? Do you think a Polynesian man should stay at home their entire life until they get married?
Yes, and then extend the house and bring if not. I think it for me. It depends on the situation. If you're by yourself and you want to be able to take a first glance at how it is to experience life in your face, you should absolutely get out, right? And if you're one of those guys who's all talking about, it's tough, and if you don't even know what a down payment is, don't talk, right? Or a deposit, you shouldn't even go back to your Call of Duty. Right. I think you should step, exactly to your point. You should step out and be able to experience. My situation is a bit different because we have somebody who has a very severe case of cerebral palsy.
Oh yeah, that's
And aside from being able to be, complacent and just not be around, the person also happens to be such a blessing to our family, right? To be able to make it at 18, so it's like a everyday motivation for us. The person that's not as fortunate to be able to do a lot of stuff is be like, she can't do that. What the fuck is my excuse? You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to have a deposit put down for an apartment, right? Pay your own car notes, right? And I've had to deal with the responsibility of having to fix a lot of the issues when I ran into issues myself. So if you're trying to have a better way of experience life because of many variables, you don't want to be in the house, you want to do your own thing. And I think Will has a great story for that too, of how he wanted to be able to take a different route as far as work, as far as what he wanted to push for. Got his own place, living by himself, and be able to build on that. I think you should absolutely be able to leave your house. Unfortunately for me, I have girls. You motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. You're gonna stay with me until I see somebody who is
worthy
right
of the TJ's blessings.
If you a top G like that, where you can be able to take care of a woman,
Tapos,
right? Tapos. Now it's a common thing. Daddy's girls, right? But for the boys, I don't know. I don't see a lot of boys nowadays, so it's the only thing in my face is like my eyes is like girls.
But we just talked about complacency, right? The lack of desire. I think that's why it's why young boys need to go out to the world. There's no better way for you to find out desire and hunger is go to the real world, get hit in the face, and you have to
exactly.
And you have to figure out how to eat. You have to figure out where to sleep. That hunger, you will get that hunger and the desire real quick. It's gonna,
you'll
reality
be-
will hit you real quick.
Yeah, you'll be very thankful even if you pay $300 a month and you have some space on the floor just to lie down.
Facts.
You'll be very, very grateful when that comes. And once you get to a spot where you'll be able to have a nice place, like a 1-bedroom, and then you start inviting some pum pum over, changes your whole mind too.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do this in the comfort of my own home. Jeez, let's get it.
Multiple pum pum, you know.
And they'll be able to,
Rotation roster.
and they don't motivate
Back to the
you. And
bench.
no disrespect to the female in the room, but it's really like for the guys, is as soon as they get those couple dates in, they'll be like, oh yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
Right, and then you just go buck wild for just make sure you wear some condoms.
No, because
But,
I know for a lot of young boys, they're afraid to ask women out because of the rejection. But the thing is, when life hits you in the face and you've been rejected, and you're not gonna care about rejection from a woman when you started from the bottom and you grinded your way up. The last thing you're gonna care about is some girl rejecting you. But you can't learn that unless you go and experience it in real life. Because sometimes I talk to the younger boys, oh man, I don't want to ask her out because what if I get rejected? Bro, I'm telling you, when you have to eat and you sleep on the floor and then you live in your car and then you save up money just to get some peanut butter jelly, when you go through life's hardest obstacle and you overcome it, you're not gonna care about a girl rejecting you because you've gone through worse.
Yeah,
and I think every man has to go through that journey. But
and that's the beauty about being out for yourself. There's one thing that we covered of how to be able to better your communication skills. You going out by yourself and dealing with the world just by yourself will absolutely give you a very, very good experience on how to deal with communication skills. Right? Talk to just like not being weird going out to people. You could just go talk to a girl regularly and then she'll be able to pick out like certain aspects of you that she likes. And just because you're being a normal dude, not being a soy, whatever they call it.
And you have your own place, right? What's better? Come to my place or come to my parents' house.
Hey, my roommates are sleeping. Calm down.
my roommates.
My roommates, you know what I'm saying?